Happy Easter, everyone. How are you guys doing? How is your Easter Sunday? Did you meet the Easter Bunny? Personally, I didn't do much today, just ate a lot and lying on the couch, but cannot wait to do some at least very, very low impact stuff, which we are going to do today. So let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you are here with us. I'm going to. Naya is
Hello.
there. I'm going to wait a minute so that everyone can join who wants. Hi, Juji. All right. So, what we are going to do today is very similar to what we did uh, in the previous uh, weeks. We're gonna start with some active movements. Good to know that sound and picture is good. So, what we're gonna do today, we're gonna start with some active mobility, but rather it's just a little bit of a low impact movement on our body. Then we're gonna take a short rest, and then we're gonna start our second part, which will be again the longer part, where we are going to hold passive poses. Hi Marianne, hi Zoli. So we are going to hold poses for longer. That part, maybe you didn't do this in the previous week, so I will talk about that a little bit later. For all of this afternoon's movements, whichever part we do, either the more active part or later the passive part. Again, as always, I want you to think about this as relaxation. Can you turn down a little bit, please? I want you to think about more like as a relaxation. I want you to try to switch off your brain, and I want you to try to breathe through in and out of your nose the entire time in the next hour. So let's get ready for our first part. So we're gonna start on our mat. So we're gonna start on our knees, and I want that your knees are a tiny bit wider, so something like how we are now. And we are going to start with head circles, neck circles. But what I want you to pay attention to is to try to be very slow and very controlled with this movement. As we did this before, I want you to imagine that you have a pencil on your chin, or chin, is it jaw, whatever, and I want you to draw the biggest circle ever with it. So we are starting from down, and we are slowly going all the way around, very, very slowly. And then back to the middle, then we go for the other side. And then we repeat this 4 more times each side. Good. Once we are done, we're gonna just sit back on our heels a little bit, maybe to give just a second of rest for our knees. And then I'm waiting if you guys are not finished with the head circles. Then we are going back up. And what I want you to do is right arm is up and trying to avoid moving forward or backwards, just to the side slowly. The other arm is next to your body, slide it down, hold for a second, and back. 4 more times. Good. Then other, excuse me, my allergies here. So other arm up, same deal. And if you're ready, just sit back again. I love personally spring. I always sneeze for a month at least. Good. Then we go back to the same position. I will show it from the side rather. We're gonna work our upper body now. So what I want you to do is that we're gonna go forward, slowly roll ourselves down. The limit of the movement will be while your hip can stay the same position. So I roll myself down, but if I rolled more, my hip would go back. So I stop at the point where my hip can stay. From here, I turn to the side, open up, go to the other side, close it back to the middle, and roll up. Okay? Again, from this side, I will show you. So roll down, turn, open up, close back, and up. Okay? Let's do 3 slow circles each direction. Okay, let's go. Good. If we are done, we are sitting back again to our heels. Let's give our knees a little bit of a rest. I didn't tell at the beginning of the class, but of course, you can grab anything that you have at home to put under your knees, but this will be a little bit more important for the second part. Good stuff. Next one, we're gonna do Cuban rotations. So our arms will be here. We're gonna rotate down and up. What I want you to pay attention to is that this angle stays the same. So I'm rotating down. My limitations right now is about here. If I went forward, my upper body would come forward and my shoulder would go down. So I want you to keep your range of motion while you can without compromising your upper body and your shoulders. We're gonna work with both arms at the same time, and you're gonna rotate 10 times slowly. Good. Personally, I felt a little burn in my shoulder. That's what we were looking for. Finally, for this part, we're gonna do cat-cow position. But as we did already before, we're gonna go super slow. So I'm showing from the side. First, you should just watch it, and then together we will do it. So we're gonna start from this position. And from this position, what I want you to concentrate on is that millimeter to millimeter from the hip to the neck, you should move to the cow or whatever position we like to call it. I will show you what I mean. We are in this position, and I'm starting from the hip, isolating every single millimeter of my body until I arrive to the neck. And the same goes to the other direction, starting from the head. Good. This was 1 repetition. I want you to do 5 slow cat-cow. Try to feel every single centimeter in your back working when you're doing this very, very slowly. Okay, 5 reps. If we are done, we can sit down on the ground, take a few seconds of rest, and we have one more position in the sitting phase this week. I think did last week, but this is a very, very important thing because so far we didn't do anything for our hips, and we're gonna target our hips quite extensively in the passive part. So let's just move. So we're gonna go to the good old 90 position. So because here I have a 90-degree angle, and here I have a 90-degree angle as well. What I want you to do is the front leg, every part of the front leg stays on the ground. One of my hands is inside, one is in the outside. The back leg, foot, I press to the ground and I open the hip up. Then I close it. Depending on how tight you are, you will feel the outer area working and the inner area as well. Whichever you feel more depends on your personal mobility strength. This exercise is very, very good to improve your bottom of the squat position. So we keep everything tight, press the back leg foot to the ground, and we're gonna open and close 10 times each side. Let's start. If you are done with one side, straight into, you can go to the other, same deal. Also 10 repetitions. If you're a bit behind, don't worry, we can wait for you. This side feels very, very different for me. Oh, sorry. Good stuff. So this concludes the first part of our class. We're gonna take like a 1 minute, maybe 2 minute break where you can drink a bit if you want. You can stand up and shake off if something is hurting a little bit. And after that, we are going to start our passive part. For the passive part, what we are looking for here is, what the name suggests, is passive stretching. Active and passive stretching both have their benefits. We are going now for the passive one, which is good for your range of motion, but more importantly, for your central nervous system, for your mindset. So you should, again, imagine this is as recovery. Of course, you will have gains, but this is very, very different than what we do before a class when we want to just open up and want to, for example, build up to a heavy squat. So now we want to relax. We want to work long in these positions. So prepare yourself to hold certain positions for anything between 1 to, if I think correctly for today, anything between 1 to 4 minutes. If you ever feel during any of these positions that it's too much, then just lie down on the ground and wait for us to finish. Second thing is that you do not have to be active in your body, but this only refers to the part that we are currently stretching. So for example, if we are in a position of hands and knees and your hands are on the ground, that of course should be active because that actively supports your body. So what I want you to concentrate on is I will always tell you where do you have to feel the actual movement, and I want you to concentrate on relaxing that absolutely. So this means that we are not pulling, we are not pushing, we are not pressing anything in these positions. We are simply letting our body. And the only thing that you should look for is whether you feel a sensation in the part which I tell you. If you feel it, you're good. Try to hold it. And I say this always, and I will repeat this always. If in any of these positions you have to make a face because it hurts, then you are too far in the position. So you have to be able to relax your face muscles. You will have to be able to breathe through in and out of the nose. Today, we are going to use a counted breathing for only one position in the end. So before that, you are breathing on your own. If you want to challenge yourself, try to breathe only in and out of your nose. Try to count it. Inhale for 8 seconds, exhale for 10 seconds. But if you don't want it or if it's too hard, just try to breathe calmly. So we're gonna start. I will quickly drink a bit and then I'm back. Just in case. So I'm back. As there are no questions here, we're gonna continue and move into it. So, first position, we are on hands and knees, and you step forward with your right leg. If you need to put something under your left leg, I wear knee sleeves, but if you noticed, I like to put things under my knee because it hurts a bit. So one leg is forward, the other leg is long behind you. So if I want to show from the side, I'm not up here, but this is long behind me. I want to feel a stretch in the back leg quadricep first. Second is that I put my arms out in front. I don't care where this knee is. It can be out, in, wherever it falls, but you try to lengthen your upper body somehow like this. This is called extended arm lizard, by the way, in robot language. And we are holding this position as our first pose for 3 minutes, which is already going. Again, back leg, quadriceps, right leg outside, gluteal area, a little bit of hip. This is what you need to be very, very relaxed and just fall into it. Of course, your arm will support you. And we lost the clock.
Sorry.
It's fine.
I will put this in.
Reach as far as you can forward without doing anything extra. 1 minute has already passed. We're gonna hold this for a little bit less than 2 more minutes. I want you to feel how your spine is long in this position as well. Good. Very, very gently come out and set up for the other leg. So this time the left leg will be in front. So I'm bending up my right knee, stepping out in front with my left leg. My right leg is long behind me, so I feel the stretch in the right leg quad area, my left hip as well, and gluteal area a little bit. And again, I put my arms long ahead in front of my legs. I feel how my spine is long. It can be a very, very different feeling for your left leg and your right leg, and that's fine. Also for 3 minutes, actually a little bit less than 2.5 from now. Today, this part will focus on our lower body almost exclusively. By the way, you can clearly see the difference of mobility, so it's actually good that both of us are doing it, because Naya can reach way forward compared to her front leg. I cannot, but both are fine. We both feel the sensation in the target area, so we are both good. About 40 seconds left. Good. All I want you to do from this position is just to lie down on your stomach. You're gonna take a very short break. Just enjoy.
Always the best part.
If I don't talk in 2 minutes, then continue your own. I fell asleep. But actually, we're gonna move on right away. We are going to just come up to this position, which is a Sphinx position. This is a very gentle stretch to your abs, and we can only feel some sensation in our lower back. So if it's already good for you, we're gonna stay here for 2 minutes. If it's not enough for you, you can go to the seal, cobra, or whatever, which is this. Here, of course, you work with your arms because you have to hold yourself. But if it's too much, then feel free to go back to the forearms. Whichever you want, we are holding this for about 90 more seconds. If you went too far, feel free to come back to the forearms. Again, I don't want you to feel that you are working too hard. Yes, it can be unpleasant. It should be a bit unpleasant, but definitely not the feeling of working hard, rather an unpleasant feeling which you can control with your breathing and which you can hold on for a long time if you choose to. So stay calm, stay in the position for about 25 more seconds. Good. Slowly come out, and actually we're gonna move to a seated position from here. We are going to target our groin for the next part of our routine. The feet are together. How close your feet are to your body is dependent on your mobility again. And from here we grab our feet and fall forward as much as you can comfortably without actively pulling yourself. I want you that you feel stretch in your groin, and if you have really good mobility and you can lean even more forward, then you can even have a lower back stretch with this. But our main target area is the groin. This is a 3-minute hold again, which 30 seconds already passed. This I find a less unpleasant position, so I think you'll be fine. So just hold it, breathe, long and slow. Maybe this is a good position to try out your counted breathing. So 8 seconds in, 10 seconds out, but you don't have to, of course. We have 2 more minutes in this position. Good. Slowly come out. But we are keeping our target position. Still the groin. We are actually standing up. We are going to a wide stance. And we go down to the straddle position. If you can put down your forearm to the ground, it's amazing. If not, just put down your hands. If you have, like me, a few stuff, you can use this as well. It's a little bit easier. Again, it's your groin, so not the hammies, but the groin is what we are looking for. This is a 2-minute hold, from which a few seconds has already passed. Make sure you don't go too far in this position, especially not in the beginning. Good stuff. Then very, very carefully and gently, however you want to come out. And this time, lie down on your back. Again, about 30 seconds of rest. And let's continue with our quad and hamstring part. We did this before. We're gonna do this a lot of times because it's very, very good. We are going for the quads first. The position is called the half saddle. So target area is the right leg. Make sure you start with the right leg because then it will make more sense what I tell you later. So right leg is back behind your butt, so you don't need to sit on it. It's just next to you. And if you feel like what I feel normally that I will fall over, it's a good idea to put something under your butt on the left side to elevate yourself. It will feel much, much better. From here, you basically put down your hands or lie all the way down for about 3 minutes. Right leg quadriceps is the main target area, but you feel your ankle and you feel your knee as well, which is fine as long as it's not painful. But if you feel that you're stretching those parts, that's fine. But main target area is here. Make sure that the foot is close to your butt, not out to the side. We have 1 more minute. Good. From this position, you come up slowly, undo your leg, and we're gonna go right into our counter stretch. So right leg was behind, now right leg is in front. You pull your left leg back and you lean forward towards your right leg. We are going for the right leg hamstrings this time for 2 minutes. Again, imagine that your body is falling on to your leg in front rather than you pull actively closer. If you feel like you can add a little bit of pull, but only if it feels natural and nice. Mouse, please. Good. Gently we are coming out of this position, but we right away go to the other side. So my left leg was here. I put it next to my butt. I elevate my right hip. And I go back down. So quadriceps on the left side for 3 minutes. Again, foot is next to my butt. My left quadriceps are our main target, but you can feel your knee and ankle stretching as well. And if you're on the ground, you have a little bit of an arch in your lower back, and that is also fine. Good. Slowly again come out. We go straight into our counter stretch. Left leg is in front, right leg is in, and we fall into our left leg and we feel the stretch in our left hamstrings. Left hamstring mostly. This is again for 2 minutes. Good stuff. And I want you to lie back on the ground for a very short break before our last pose. Good stuff. And get ready for the good old pigeon pose. So, one leg, the front leg is in front of you, the other is straight, I mean not straight, but long back. We are going, if we are on the right side, we are going for the whole gluteal area on the outside here. When we hold this for passively for a long time, I don't mind if this is not perfectly 90 degrees, so you don't have to force your foot up. Let it dangle wherever it is, but make sure that you feel the stretch here. This is our longest position for today. If you wanna pet up your back knee, you can. Again, we will hold this for 4 minutes each side, which has already started, of course. So, with this position, what I want you to try is the counted breathing if you haven't already. So, for a few times, I will count for you, but then I will stop counting and I will ask you to continue it on your own. So remember, we are breathing only in and out of our nose. So what I want you to do is to take a huge, huge, huge inhale through your nose and exhale everything through your nose. And then start to inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And exhale for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and keep doing this. We have 2 more minutes in this side. Count your breathing. Stay calm. Very, very gently come out. We go for the other side. So left leg is in front. This is our last 4 minutes of work. Again, concentrate on feeling the stretch in the gluteal area on the left side. Normally, this is a good example for a position where you have huge differences between your sides, but that is fine. And we're gonna start to pay attention to our breathing again. I will again count for a little bit, but then you will be on your own. So take a huge inhale through your nose and exhale everything out. And inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And keep doing this for the last part of this position, which is just a little bit over 2 minutes. We have about 1 more minute. Keep counting. Good. Very gently come out, and we're gonna lie down on our stomach for about 2 minutes. If you want to lie down on your back, that's fine. Just make sure you relax. All right. Of course, if it feels good for you to stay there, just stay there. But officially, this is the end of our Easter recovery and passive stretching class. Thank you guys for joining. I hope you feel recovered and calm. And I hope you have now the strength to go again for another set of Easter ham or whatever you are eating during this holiday. Nap time is also a beautiful idea, Juji. If your floor is not too tough, then you can actually stay down. Good job, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Easter holiday. Make sure, lizard is a killer one, so I was thinking that let's get done with that at the beginning, because I really, to be honest, I don't like that position, but it's a very, very useful position to hold. So guys, thanks again for joining. Happy Easter again. Make sure you are tuning in for our classes tomorrow. You will see the programming and the schedule in the group later. Good stuff, guys. See you next time.